Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about something painful for many of you, or at least for many of my clients and many people in general, whoever deals with marketing. And it's its ever changing nature. Because why does it always have to change? Why can't it stay the same? Why do we have to deal with this annoying cycle? I mean, why should we even care, right? So today I'm gonna try to explain why this happens. And at the end of this video, because you know me, I don't like to bring up problems if I don't have a solution for you, I will leave you with an exercise that will help you navigate through the changes of marketing. But you have to stick with me because to make it work, you have to understand the logic behind it. Otherwise, the exercise will just sound like another pointless extra task in your to do list. But let's get to it. So, the reason why I decided to talk about this is actually because I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was an interview with Vin Jiang, and if you don't know him, he talks about pure communication in general. Pretty cool. And he said something that left me thinking for a pretty good handful of minutes there. And it was, don't be so attached to you in the present because you're not giving your future self a chance. So, as I mentioned, he talks about pure communication in general and also personal growth. So, he wasn't talking about marketing specifically, but my mind inevitably went there because this is a very common thing that I see in business owners. And it's one of the things that they struggle with marketing the most, and it's attachment. Attachment to the way they've always done things, even when those things stop working. And I get it because changing feels risky, feels tiring, especially when you've already put so much time and effort and maybe money into it. But let me ask you something before we go any further. Okay, I really want you to think here. Have you ever asked yourself why marketing keeps changing? Please really take a second with that. If you need that, even pause the video. Why doesn't it stay still? Why does every platform seems to shift? Every trend seems to die, or every strategy works for a while and then stops working. And it's not just because it's saturated, it's not the reason. Please, really, I really want you to take a second here to think about it, to what is the real reason behind this changing. And by the way, I'm really curious about your thoughts, so please leave a comment and tell me what you actually thought. I am very curious to hear what you come up with. I will wait. Okay, so are you done? What did you come up with? So here is where I think working in the field after all these years, and it's actually very, very simple. And it's that marketing changes because people change, their habits change, their environment change, the way they spend their time, what they pay attention to, how they make decisions. All of this, it's a constant and inevitable evolution. To some people, marketing feels like this unpredictable beast doing random things on purpose just to frustrate you. But what it does is actually really just trying to keep up with people, with human beings. So whenever you hear a founder say, "Oh, that's how we always done that," they're just trying to run from the truth. And the truth in that case is that they're just going out of sync with the people they're trying to reach. And sooner or later, even if they don't like it, they're gonna notice. Like, people don't freeze in time when you build your first offer for them. They keep living, they keep existing, their needs change. So the question is, did your marketing move with them? Because not moving has its costs. Let me explain. When you stay attached to how you've always done it, you basically create a gap between the language you're using and between the new language that your potential customer are using now. And it might seem like a little thing to you, but it's not. Because people don't look at your content and think, "Oh, this is how I was talking last month." No, they scroll past you. They don't click on your link. They don't download your lead magnet because it doesn't speak to them anymore. So you're left there clueless of what is happening, why things are not working anymore, and you're trying this and that, da da da, where actually the only thing that you need to fix is the bridge between you and them. Because, as I always say, marketing is about being understood, feeling understood. And to be understood, you have to speak the same language. This is the basic of communication, all types of communication. By the way, if this type of content resonates with you and you want more, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video and more business owners like you can find the channel. Okay, so I can hear now. Chiara, how does it look like to update the language? Yes, I'm getting there. That's where we're going now. Because before you actually freak out or think that I'm talking about rebranding every 6 months, I'm not talking about that. Actually, please don't do that. That's like highly discouraged here. It's really about going back to the avatar of your ideal client and trying to understand if it still matches who your clients are actually right now. So, what are they worried about today? What words are they using today to describe their problems? What did they recently try that didn't work? Think about the past years. Did anything change in your market, in your business, in your industry, in their lives? If the answer is yes, you likely have to refresh your avatar a little bit by doing some good old market research. Because the bridge between, oh, I like what you do, and oh my god, I really want to work with you, closes with communication, with recognition, with feeling seen, with that type of feeling that you really want to have in your communication. That's the, oh my god, you're talking to me. This is exactly what I'm going through. I need to work with that person because that person understands 100% my problems. So finally, here's my gift. I have today a little prompt for you. Not an AI one, but for you, to get your brain working. Because to do this type of update, you don't have to pay big money or do weird things. You can do very little things every day, they compound. So the question that I have for you is, what can I actually do today that can help me upgrade my communication, my language? Because sometimes it's as easy as spending 20 minutes reading comments and trying to understand what's really going on in your clients' lives. Or maybe it's just starting a conversation with someone, trying to actually talk to them and ask. Or if you know how to do it, you can leverage AI to do some deep research on the same topics and try to understand what their new problems, new languages are. I actually teach a very specific method in my program if you don't know how to do this. And the goal here is to understand how they talk about the problems, what words do they actually use, and what are, for example, the phrases that come up again and again. Whatever feels feasible to you, do that one specific thing today. The purpose is not to change everything overnight, of course, but it's just to break the mold and give the future you a chance, like Vin Jiang said. And speaking of not figuring this out alone, if you are an introverted small business owner who is tired of doing this whole marketing thing in isolation, as always, I invite you to join my community or in general my events. It is a no pressure space to think about marketing and go through marketing topics with people that get it. You're gonna find a list of the next events below, and it's always ever changing because I'm trying to organize more and more. So yeah, take a look. In my head is a nice way to, keep updated, stay in touch with people, and networking without being at a big event that I ate. And that was actually it for this week. I hope this helps. Let me know about what you thought in the first place and how it landed when I talked about my idea. If this resonates to you, and yeah, if you're actually gonna do something. I'm curious. See you in the next video.